Hello everybody. Hello there. Just tell some other folk who will not be interested. Join me live. Just saying on Facebook, join me live on my webcam now for a topless techno lesson. That's what I should have said on Twitter. In fact, that's what I will. Join me live on my webcam now for a topless techno lesson. Yep, that's it. That's it. Hello everybody, how's it going? Let's say some hellos here. Hello. Let me turn the sound up a wee bit on the mic. Hello, test. Right. Hello Ushi. Hello Zach. Hello Mr. Leon, Luke, Flat Freddy, Icon, Andy Alberts, body of an 86-year-old, you say? Andy, seeing you've got the confidence to upload a profile picture, you give a shout about bodies and things like that, alright? When that hits 100 viewers there, I'm ready to rock and roll with a techno lesson. Sid asks, do you like industrial, Limmy? I don't really know what that is. I've heard it for years, but I don't really know what it is. Hello William, Fecker, Zoe, Jamie, Anna. Hello everybody, we're going to make some techno tonight. Hello Osiris, I don't really know how to say that, I've seen it before in shops. Hello America. Hello everybody, once it hits 100 views, we're going to make some techno. Please retweet. I'm on the webcam now making live topless techno. That's pretty clickbaitable. Please retweet. I'm on the webcam now making live topless techno. Right, here we go. This is it. 93 viewers. Zach asks, did you enjoy Slipknot, Limmy? If you read my tweet, I said, yep. Well, I didn't say I liked it, just it was alright. I thought it would be kind of like fucking death metal, but it's kind of melodic or something like, I don't know what to call it, but Da Harris 85 says you should stream on Twitch under music. Tell you what, Da Harris, you go to Twitch right now. I'm on YouTube right now, streaming live right now, and you're commenting on it. But this isn't working for you. You want me to log off and go to Twitch and do the exact same thing somewhere else. How's about I do it right here and now? Fucking silly, fucking stupid prick. I bet he comes back with some, I'm just trying to help, it's just there's a lot of people want to know stuff, fucking music and Twitch. Fucking same here on YouTube. Listen, only got time for common sense people tonight. We've got a lot of techno to get through. Right, 121 people watching. Let's make some techno. So, what you're looking at here, you're looking at, hello Stuart, hello everybody else. Don't talk piss, you're saying why's your tab off, Limit? It's just to use my body in some sort of way. It's not a brilliant body, but it's just to, people like looking at bodies. It's a strange thing, even though people see them all the time. You take a body out of context. For example, topless, when not a lot of people have got their top off in webcams, then it makes it quite kind of strange, which activates a sort of part of the brain that's kind of stimulating, a bit like a Wayne, the way a toddler will look at things that they've not seen before, like that, and look at the telly. So if you see something that it's unusual to you, it stimulates the mind and it keeps you entertained. It's just the way the mind works. That's why I've got my tap off. Right, Matthew James is saying a fat bassline's what I'm looking for. A fat bassline's what I'm looking for. Right, here we go. 152 viewing. So let's see. So if you've never seen this kind of thing before, I mean this. I'm using Ableton Live, and I'm going to make some techno. Is it going to be good techno? Probably no. What I've got is Ableton Live here, and I've also got this keyboard that's got buttons to trigger the clips. I'll tell you about that in a minute. A keyboard and knobs. Might not be showing you much of that, you're not interested in all that. Let's just get down to the beats. Now, I want to keep you interested, so I'm going to make it a wee bit faster. We're not going to do 120 BPM. In fact, let's just go right in. Let's just go right in to Ableton right now. Now what we're looking at here we've got 2 MIDI tracks and 2 audio tracks. The audio tracks are for things like recording like voices and things like that, right? MIDI is just like wee signals that you send to instruments, and the instruments are inside Ableton. What instruments have we got here? We've got things that do drums and things that do electronic sounds, and we're just going to go straight to the drums just now. And I'm not going to fuck about with lots of different drum sounds. We're going to go straight to the TR-909, which is the Roland TR-909, and these are sounds that are sampled for an old drum machine called the Roland TR-909, and it's quite hard. So I mean, quite no hard as in difficult. So we're going to go straight to that. But I've actually seen instead I'm in Ableton Live 9, but I did have Live 8, and I think that's got a better 909 kit in it. More, you can tweak it more. It sounds more like the real thing. Not that I've ever had a real TR-909, but right, where the fuck is it? In fact, I'll just go at 909 kit, right? Drum rack kit, classic kit 909 classic, right? So I drag that in there. Now down the bottom here, you've got wee things to tweak it. So how do we put some beats in here? Simple, just double click this wee bit. These are wee clips here. This column here, if I put some sounds in there, like a wee rhythm there, and then make another one down here, if I click on that second one, it will change it. It's like just pressing different buttons on. I don't know if I should bother with the whole tutorial sort of carry on. Maybe just get straight into the laughs and all that. So I'm going to go up to this wee pen thing there, and then down the bottom you see kick 909, and I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. See they're all shaded there. See down there it says 4x4, and you can see here that there it's the length. Is that the length? No, there it is. The length is 1 bar, which is 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see that it's shaded differently there. That's for each beat, and these are divided into 4. That's for quarter notes. You'll see when I press play here. Listen to this. There we are. Andy says, "Wake me up when the techno starts." That's the techno started, mate. But we're not going to hang around. Up here's the BPM, the tempo. It's at 120. We're not going to stay at 120. We're not, maybe not even going to go to 123. But maybe, in fact no, 123, I think that'll do me. 123. And like I said, we're going to stick with the 909, even though there's lots of different sounds, just to make it simple, right? Right, so there's that, right? The one thing I like to do with the 909 is, see if you go back here, see that kick, double click on that. Oh, this whole thing here is like the drum kit. Oh, this is like the drum kit. But see if you double click on one of the drums, it gives you the settings for that drum. I like to put the tune up to the top for the 909, like that. Turn it down, it goes to that. I like to put it all the way over the top. I like that sound. Decay. Turn it down a wee bit. Right, everything else is the same, right? Turn that off for a wee second. No, press play, right? Now I'm going to put lots of. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it simple and classic. And I'm just going to put lots of closed hi-hats in here. There it is there. Hi-hat 909 closed. And then see every half beat here I'm going to put in. I'm going to put in an open one. You don't hear the open play because it's got an open and a closed one playing at the same time, and you can't have that. You've got to have like this. Right, that sounds kind of shite, but let me just say something right now. I don't want it right there. There we got it right there. K-Plixed in the chat says sidechain the hats. I don't want fucking any of you cunts coming in with any fucking suggestions until I fucking ask for them. Don't talk about side chaining. Don't talk about how I would maybe kind of take that one off. I'd maybe take the clap off. I think the hi-hats need to be kind of, they need to kind of shorten them a bit. You need to turn that down. Fucking shut up and just let me get on with the tutorial. It's no for you, it's for me. Right, where was I? Right, so let's now listen. Now I'm going to do something you've never heard before. Right, so there's that, right, listen. So see, every second beat I'm going to put a clap in. Right, like this, listen. Right. But you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to... It don't say more cowbell and all that, right? Saturday Night Live jokes and all that. This is fucking serious techno we're getting into here. Alex Wilson, don't talk about donks. We might get onto donks later. You might be wondering what a donk is. It's this simple. This is what a donk is. If you want to know, you just put the volume of you kind of really compress the kick. The kick's another word for the bass drum. Right, listen, here's a donk. Listen. Right, I'm going to play it normally, and I'm just going to go to the 909. Right, and then just put I think if I put a saturator in, that kind of turns the volume up a way, right? Just for the kick. See, that's dropped in just next to the kicker. caring about. Then listen to this. That's alright actually. But let's forget about this. Turn that off just now, right? Might come back to that. Might come back to that later, right? Might come back to that later. But you know what I'm going to do? What's the exact measurement of that donk? Asks Luke. Right, now Alan says, "Gene at that shuffle dance here," right? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a bit of swing in it. There's a thing like in drum machines, some things, and you can get it in this and all. It takes. Now you see, you've got. If you go here, right, these are a quarter notes, quarter of a beat. Like, in fact, I don't need. You know what I'm going to do? Shorten that. Just shorten that to there. That's all I need there. In fact, see for now. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to take it for to instead of I'm going to change it to instead of I'm going to change it to I'm going to take it's hard to explain. Instead of I'm going to change it to it's more like I'll show you what I mean, right? What I have to do is, now I could just drop a kind of swing thing in, but I like to do it manually. I'll show you what I mean, right? Right now it's this. I'm just going to take these hi-hats, I'm going to change this to 32 notes, just going to shorten them. And I think, what did I do here? What do I have to do here? It's not that. Maybe it's 64 actually. Is it? How did I do it again? I can't remember. Is it narrow? No, not fucking, that's a joke. Medium? Is it narrow? Right. Maybe I need to go out. And then there we are. See? Just nudging it through. That sounds kinda robotic. That's me kinda prefer that. Just put that out there. And I've had that's me like if people are dancing. People are dancing to that. See that? See for me that's too robotic. But see this? So people are dancing to that, they do like this. I want people to be like this. No this. No this, kinda. I want them to be like this. Like that. Same tempo. No that. So that's a kind of swing here. Right. Right, so we're laughing. Matthew Ryan says, what is this shit? Why don't you fuck off? Right, why don't you fuck off? Right. Now that clap, let's turn that clap up. Let's open this up here. Look at the volume of things here. Right, I think that's too loud, and I'm going to see these closed hats. There we go. That's the decay there. Right, that's too long. Do it for me just now. Right, let's go to that clap. There's a clap. And there's there. Let's leave the clap for now. That's quite simple. That's quite simple. Somebody actually going to add some keys. Yep, that's it. There's the drums done. DJ Davey UK, I don't know if DJ Davey's just came into the chat and he hasn't read what I said before. He says tighten it, gate it and compress it. Smiley face, don't care about the smiley face if you're joking on. Now listen, I told you not to suggest anything to me. Striker Ramori says arpeggio and strings. I told you not to do that. No suggestions. I'm not asking for suggestions, not yet. Matthew says folk Arnie listening. He says doesn't want your opinion. Correct. Shut up about gating. Just shut up about gating. Clap is 2909. Let me, DJ. It is a fucking 909. So it can't get any more fucking 909. 2909 because it is a fucking 909. Right, you've got conventional fucking tastes. You follow convention. You see, we don't really use just the straight 909 clap anymore. You do things to it. You see, you've got to do things to it. You've got to double it up. Or you've got to put something else on it. I'll do what I want. Right? See, what you say that I should be doing, I'm not going to do that. That makes me different. Thank you. Fuck the 909. No, fuck you, mate. 909 was probably here before you were even fucking born. No. Now let's get on to fucking some tunes. Now we've got the drums. You know what I'll do? Right, see, before I go any further, I'll take what I've got, right, and I'll copy it across. So I'll get a right good 4 bars, right? And we'll do something a wee bit different on the second bar and a wee bit different on the 4th bar. It just so it sounds like we're actually making some effort, right? So see, I'll put a wee no, what am I doing? Am I being, no. Aye, right. Right, so I'm going to do a whole 4 fucking bars here. Copy that all the way across. I'll put a wee, see this clap here? I'll do a wee, let's see. Oh! There you are. But you're not getting it there. You're getting it. Right, listen. Let's start it again. We'll do a wee something a wee bit different with the kick and all, right? A bit, right. I'll do what bit of a do a wee kinda. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. What about this? That's bad. Especially sort of doesn't really go with the kind of swing. Maybe it's not meant to. I don't know. Oh, that's deplorable. I can't even joke about that. Sorry, I can't even joke about that. Wait a minute. In fact, no. Let's just go back to. Let's just go back to basics. 2 beats. 2 beats. That's all we need. Right. That's all you need. That's all we need. Alright, I'll stick a wee cheeky rim shot in somewhere, right? No, won't it? No, I wasn't serious. I wasn't serious. I'm just going to leave that in there. I was just clicking it for the hell. I've not used this for a day or so, mate. Right, that's our drums. Right. So there you go. Have a wee look there. Let me zoom in. That's what it's made of there. That's all it is there. When it comes to making the bass a bit bigger, compressing things and all that, we'll come to that later. I just want to teach people the basics here. I just want to show people the basics. Now anything you see here, I just want to give you a wee taste. For quick duplication of loops, hit the dupe loop button to make them twice as long. For you add a dupe loop button. Where's that? Let me see. Oh, there it is there. Duplicates the loop and doubles the duration. Here, wait a minute. So, that looks good. What's that then? Thanks for telling me that. That looks good. Right, so if I do that, right? Right, so if I press this. Ah! Whoa! Oh, no, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Who gave me that tip? Where are you? That was a really good tip. Thank you very much. Mick B. Pete, thank you very, very much. I'm teetotal. This is low alcohol. It's 0.5. So there is alcohol in it, but not enough to get me fucking even tipsy. Slightly in my eyes or anything, so I'm safe. I'm not going to be fucking hanging myself with that. Right, troops, let's move on to actual, let's get a meaty fucking bass line on the go, right? Well, listen, I was going to ask you, a bass line or the actual... I'll get the chords on the go, because I like a chord and then doing a bass line based on the chord, you know, on the key, if you like. I'm not a musician, but I know that if you do some, like if you have a chord, then you can at least do a wee kind of bass line that sort of is something to do with that chord. Right, let's see where I'll be. Right, so before in that MIDI thing, you'll see that even though we're using the drum machine, the 909 uses samples taken from an actual drum machine, and it's sort of fucking about with it. It's just like MIDI notes. It's just signals in a way, how loud it's going to be, where it's going to be. That's it. You're no fucking way like the audio stuff. That's what MIDI is, in case you don't fucking know. And if you don't, well, you probably aren't interested in this in the slightest. But next, we're going to put in something else in this next MIDI thing. MIDI is musical instrument digital interface, I think. And I'm going to put in one of the... I'm going to put in... Like, here's the instruments. Here's all the different things we've got here. Now listen. There's VLCs, which is can't remember the name of it. Instruments you can get, right? Virtual kind of instruments, and you can buy them for places, and ready-made cracking sounds all ready to go, right? But I'm going to make up my own, because that's what I like to do, right? I'm like fucking Vince Clarke. I'm like fucking Jean-Michel Jarre or Giorgio Moroder. I like doing it for scratch. So watch this. So I'm just going to put in some kind of chord here, right? So there's a MIDI thing. I'm just going to put this analog synthesizer, drag it right in there. Right, I've armed it to the chord. Right, depending on how hard I press the key, it does different volume, but you could have different volume. But there's a wee thing called velocity. Velocity. And when you put that on something, you can just set it to, even if I press it soft, make it loud, like there it is there. See? But that'll just have it loud, right? That's what I want here. Right. Right, now that sounds shite, right? But I'm just dropping it in just now, right? Just dropping it in. Just want to do something. So, how do we do that? Here's what we do. Right, we'll press play to begin with. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll already double click on that and I'll make this I always quite like, what is that? That's like C minor, and I don't know what that is. 7 or 1, 5. C minor 7th or fucking diminished or something, 9th, I don't know. I kind of always quite like that. Just do that. Right, I'll put that in just now anyway, right? I'm not going to think about it too much, just going to do it. So, what do I do here? Right, I'll press this to record. fact, I'm just going to do the whole thing. I don't mean that. I should have just drawn the notes in like this. Right, now it's time to talk about a few things. Somebody's saying, DJ, shut it, pal. Is this DJ cunt saying something else? Let me scroll up. What's he saying? This cunt saying. Is that it again? Can't see what he's saying. Good. DJ, just... I'm doing it my time, mate. Right, now, I'm going to have yous fucking... See, when this is done, yous are going to be fucking boogieing the night to this. So, if you don't feel like a dance... If you've not came here to dance, why, what the fuck did you come here for? This is fucking Jonathan T. Low pass filter, Limmy. Jonathan, I've only just dragged the fucking analog fucking synth onto the fucking clip. Onto that fucking track, right? All that comes later, dickhead. I've barely even adjusted the fucking volume. I'm not even sure if that's the chord I'm gonna fucking use. Just sit there and fucking shut up. This is my webcam, not yours, mine. I know how to do all that, and I will be doing all that, and I'll be doing with the fucking knobs. I'll be automating it and fucking everything. Just shut up. I know 100 times more than you about all this low pass filter saying it in fucking caps. Get a fucking grip. Right, here we are. There's a few things I want to talk to you about. First of all, just to make it sound a bit better, right, before I start fucking about it, wow, and talking about all that, just listen to this for starters. Now, I'll take off the drums, right, and you'll notice it goes like this, right? The synth goes like this. Right. Here it goes, down, down. I don't want it being like that. I want it just being like constant. And one way to do that is go down here to analog, amp here. All this amp stuff deals with how it sounds airtime, and it's this wee curvy thing means without boring the fuck at you. Right, normally sound doesn't go like this. An instrument doesn't go like this. It's got a wee bit of a kind of it's got a wee kind of loud bit at the beginning. Kind of goes dum down. It's got a wee loud bit at the beginning and it goes dum. And that's how quickly or how it goes to that loudest bit as attack, and then when it goes down to the kind of down, or if it goes down, how quickly that goes down to that bit is the decay. And then how long it goes to the next bit, down, is the sustain. So a short sustain would be like this, down. A long sustain would be this, down. And then when you let go of the note, is the release. So if you let go and you want it to go like this, down, that's a zero release. And if you wanted to sort of trail off, dang, that's a kind of long release. But we'll have a look. Let's see, I'm going to drag this up, watch. know why that clicks there, I don't know why that does it. Anyway, let's forget about that. I'm talking utter shite. When I put that with the drums, what I'll do is, see this thing here, this thing I'm pointing at here, down here, frequency, it's a cut off frequency, and that changes it from so I'm got it. Matt Terhune's got the right idea. This song is going to be huge, right? Watch. But you notice how that's just air it like this. I want it pumping with the kick, right? I want that kick driving through it. And you know what we do with that? You've probably heard it around town. It's called sidechain compression. Now what compression is when you use a compressor, it affects the volume of something. It can turn loud things. If you've got something that kind of goes down, kind of quiet and loud, a compressor will make the quiet bits louder and the loud peaky bits quieter to sort of make it all a bit kind of flatter, which can sound alright. But sidechain compression is when you lower the volume depending on some other sound. So I'm going to lower the volume of that chord, this, depending on the kick. So the kick is going to make it kind of go boom, 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 boom. I'll show you what I mean. Go to compressor, drag that in. Right, now watch. Click that open, go to sidechain, input from the kick 909, post effects, I don't really know about all that carry on, never really have. Kit, there it is, kit 909, the kick, and it's the, I don't know if it's post mixer or post effects. Fuck it. It's that. Right. You see this wee thing I'm dragging down here? That'll lower the volume. That's saying at what bit of the volume of the chord of that affect all this. And then there's other settings to say, well, how much do you want me to turn it down when it gets that loud and things like that. I'll fan about it. If you ever get this software, fan about with yourself, but you'll see what I mean. That'll do for now. There's better ways to do it, I suppose. Sort of losing interest now. Right. Let's get a chorus in there. Let's throw a chorus in here. What's that do? There we are. Let's turn that up a wee bit. let's and what I'll do is I'll put a wee I'm going to put a wee LFO on that. See that? Put a wee LFO on that. LFO stands for low frequency oscillator. An oscillator is something that well, like a kind of well, like a fucking like a pendulum, something that goes back and forward between something. And low frequency means that as it goes, it's going. You can do it really slow. So what I'll use that. You can use that to affect something else. So you see that LFO down there? I'm going to use that to affect that cutoff frequency like this. See that rate there? 1 hertz is 1 times a second. And if I go to the filter here, click here, go down to frequency modulator, and then frequency modulator will be affected by the LFO by how much. So watch this. Turn it up. Turn it down a bit. Been there. Right. That's just the beginning. Right now it's time for let's get a bass line in, right? Let's bring a bass line in. Let's get a fucking bass line on the go here. Let's get a bass line on the go, troops. Now what am I going to do for a fucking bass line? Let's drag another fucking analog in here, man. What have I got here? Right, get it to fuck. Let's go down. Right. Doesn't sound like much right now, doesn't it? No? But we're going to fanny about with it. We're going to fanny about with it. Let's get this, that other one, let's get that into a sine. Right, let's go here. Right, now there's that. Where's that fucking velocity? Get that velocity. I'm sick of these wee quiet notes. Let's get that up like that. Right, here we go. alright that. That's alright that. That's alright that. That's alright. Oh, you bastard. Turn all this up. Right, here we go. Let's hear it by itself. Big long notes, right? Now what am I going to do here? What, fucking fatten it right fucking up here, man. How are we going to do that? Saturator, maybe, no, maybe compressor, saturator maybe. Let's chuck that on, man. Let's go. Let's chuck. What about fucking multi-band dynamics, man? Got a bit of that. Let's get fucking... Let's get that. Put 2 on that? No, it'd have to be an instrument rack. Instrument rack. Instrument rack. Put yeah, cunt. So cut that out, put that in. So I can kinda double it up. Put that in there. I'll take one of them. Duplicate, yeah. Then I've got to do 2. Maybe with that there I should go. Keep it simple here. simple delay. Right, now let's take the sidechain compressor for that for the synth and put it onto the bass, because you don't want the bass clashing with the kick. Something I want to do. Let's get a multi-band dynamics right on the fucking master here, right on the fucking lot here. Let's get a limiter on a lot for starters, right? What a limiter does is it takes everything, makes everything below a certain volume. I'll tell everybody on Twitter, we've really got a tune on the go now. Really got a tune on the go now, troops. And I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put some vocals in and all. So watch this. what I want to do here actually, see that? See the drums? What I'll do is need to make some copies here right now. That one up the top's got everything. This one here's got, what's that like if I just do that? Everything. I got down the bottom now. Does the volume here, so I can bring that back in. Save that for a while. Baseline, man. Yes, man. Right, what else can we do with this? What else can we do with this then? That's it. Any vocals I could do like yes or yes. No, that's it. That's it. It's a perfect song. That's a perfect song. Don't want a fucking ARP on it. Now let's get a wee live session on the go. See, no. No recording anything. Put another analog in. What would that do? I dragged another one in there. I'll do like a wee kind of synthy thing, like a wee thing really kind of high up, and then kind of so that kind of coming in and out. That's what I'll do. This whole thing's a journey, so we're not actually arriving anywhere. It's a journey kind of song. Hey, where are we? Right, where's that then? Up here. I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then I'll just delete that, and then I'll just do that, and then do this, And then I'll do that. I know, I'll put a LFO on the resonance of the bass thing, and I'll do that. playing about with that. Bent. Right, listen, I'm going to export this and put this on SoundCloud. Just a wee short sort of version. And that'll be that. That's a successful night. I might watch a wee film or something there, I don't know what. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I've really enjoyed the night. We've made a wee tune. I've showed you one or two wee things, and I hope that's that. So, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you later.